Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's talk about Ajax programming. So do you know what is Ajax? So Ajax is a asynchronous JavaScript XML. So we'll see how the XML will be working over here, how we can get the XHR request, that is nothing but a HTTP request from the XHR. So we'll see how the data can be get from the API keys. We'll reflect that particular data into our front-end part. So we'll design one buttons like when we click two buttons, I need to get the particular data. So we'll see how the server and the web pages will get interacted. So by the using of the Ajax programming, how we can just make our website more relevant. So let's play the intro and move on to the coding part.
Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
Okay guys, in this video let's see deeply about the Ajax. So what is the Ajax and how it works. So I'll just close all the files from here. So I'll just create a new file. I'll just make it as, so inside this one not, I'll just make outside the new folder. I'll just make it as JS24. It is about Ajax programming. So I'll just give the index.html as the file name. Then I'll be giving here index.js file. So inside index.html, I'll just select it as I'll just go to the getbootstrap.com over here. So getbootstrap.com. So inside the getbootstrap.com, I'll just go to documentation. So I'll just copy the starter template of the Bootstrap 4.6. I'll just copy the starter template of here, and I'll just paste it inside the index.html page. And what I'll do here, the unnecessary things I'll just remove from the file. So I'll just remove this one. So now I want to import this index.js. So what I'll do here is I'll just say script of src. So I'll just tell the script. So here I'll just select it as HTML. Okay, so here I'll just select it as a script tag. So here I'll just say load the index.js file. It is index.javascript file. So here the h1 tag, I'll just say here something. I'll just remove this h1 tag. So here in the title, I'll be giving as a Ajax programming, PROGRAMMING programming. So I'll just click onto the go live over here. So once I click onto the go live, so you can say I'm not getting anything, but I'll just copy some of the container from here. I'll just click onto the container. So container, so I can just say here. So I'll just say div.container. Okay, inside the div.container, I'll add some of the jumbotron over here so that I can fetch the data and I can get the particular data. I'll just search for the jumbotron. So you can see I'm having this kind of jumbotron. I'll just copy this particular jumbotron over here. So I'll just paste it. Okay, for the background color, I'll just give the jumbotron background color to dark color. So let it be have something. So here I'll just rename it to Ajax programming. Okay, just save it just for the understanding purpose. So coming back to here, you can say I'm getting Ajax programming. So I'm getting in this particular fashion. So here, and I want to make the particular text to white color. So text text white. So just save it like this, text to white. You can see all the thing is coming in the white color. And I want to give this container margin top to 4. So that's it. I want to get the particular things. So you can see the Ajax programming now. So in the Ajax programming, what happens means I'll just open you the notes and I'll explain you. These are handwritten notes. You can just access it access from the description below. So Ajax is something like asynchronous JavaScript XML. So we'll be dealing with the asynchronous JavaScript XML thing. What it does means it loads the data from the server and updates the part of a web pages selectively without reloading the whole page. That means it will just without reloading the page. When you if you have noticed in some of the forms, when you are typing it, you will be getting like as in the Instagram. If you take example of Instagram, when you want to select a username, what it happens means it has applied with the Ajax over there. So like when you are typing the username, if the username is already taken, you will be getting a notification above itself like username is taken, username is available in this kinds. So how this happens, that all things will happen by using a Ajax, that asynchronously the things will happen, that loads the data from the server and checks with the input which you are giving it. If the particular data is coming from the server, what it happens, it will just tell the particular username is already there, or else you will be getting it is available. So all these things happens in the background. It's all without pressing any button, without reloading the pages, all these things happens. So it can be performed by using Ajax also. And you can see we'll be using a built-in browsers over here. We have the built-in browsers over here. HTTP XHR is there, that is nothing but a XML HTTP request. So what it does means objects to send and receive information, and it will just send the information and as well as receive the information. Like when you are typing the text anything, automatically the text will be going to the servers. It will check with the servers asynchronously. All the things will happen inside the background. Okay, you can see it is an automate process which updates the background also without refreshing the page, and it is very relevant to use the web pages. And how easy, how we feel the attraction will be amazing over here. Like when you, without refreshing the pages, all the things will happening. So it is very important with the Ajax. So you can just access this particular notes inside my description below. So let's move on to the coding part and we'll see what all can be done over here. So here what I'll do here is I'll just remove one of the paragraph tag over here. So I'll just remove this particular paragraph. So what I'll do here is I'll just remove the paragraph tag. Here I'll just give the two buttons over. So role is equal to button, right? So what I'll do here is I'll just say here is something I can just tell fetch the particular data. I'll just tell fetch data. So I'll just get the data from the some of the API keys. Let's see how can be done that one. Request. Without refreshing the page, all these things happen. REQUEST request. Just save this one. So here I need to give any one ID over here. So the type is equal to button over here. So class is equal to this one, and I'll just remove this href, and role is equal to button it is. So I'll just give the ID over here. So I'll say the particular ID. So I'll just give the ID. ID is equal to, so here I can just tell fetch fetch btn button. So fetch button. So I'm giving one ID for the fetching the particular data over here. So along with that, I will just add one of the things like before it has like a paragraph tag. So if anything has, if I just tell ID is equal to what I can give here is whatever the paragraph is there, I can just tell ID is equal to something like pop I will give. Okay, so whatever the pop-up message will be there, if I just show the data, whenever I click onto the show data, I'll just I'll write one more button over here. So it is a fetch data, and one more button I'll just write it. So that one I'll just give it as show data. Okay, SHOW show data. So what it happens means it will just show the particular data which it has been fetched by using a Ajax over here. So the ID will be what? So ID will be here pop button. So let's give it as a pop btn button. I'll just save this one. So it will be the pop btn. So let's make it small. So pop button. So let's see how can be done now. So I'll just save everything. I'll just close this one. Come back to over here. So you can see I'm having the two things like is a fetch data as well as a show data. So then what I need to do here is I need to write a JavaScript code over here now. So let's write the code. So coming back to over here, so then I'll come back to this particular index.js file. So I'll just write the C-log over here. So I'll say something about Ajax. Okay, so I'll just tell Ajax things over here. So here what I'll say here is I want to fetch the particular button over here. So what is the button name here is? So the button name is the fetch button. So fetch button I want to access whenever I just click onto this one. So I want to add an event listener for it. So I'll just tell let. So I'll just tell let fetch fetch is equal to fetch fetch is equal to. So I'll just tell document dot get element by ID. So what is the ID name is the fetch button fetch, and the btn is the button name. So I have given capital or small. Okay, capital. So I'll just get fetch btn over here. So once it is done, once I load the particular fetch btn thing, so next I need to do what? I need to say the add the event listener to it. I'll just tell fetch add event listener. So event li listener. So I'm just telling fetch dot add event listener. So what is the listener is here is it is a click. Whenever it has been clicked, I want to perform some of the function. So I'll say the button is clicked here. Button clicked. So this particular function it should run. So I'll write one function for it. So I'll just tell the function button clicked. So whenever this particular button is clicked, so what I need to say here, C-log, I'll just tell the button is clicked over here. So I'll just tell, so button button is clicked bro. Okay, so I want to say something like this. So once I come, so if I just click onto the button, you can see inside my here. So here I'll just load this one. So here you can see it is all the things is getting mismatching here. So what I need to do here is I'll just put one of the I'll just give the br tags over here. So I'll just tell to be a 3 br tags over here, and I'll just copy, and after this anchor tag I want to give this 3 br tags. So once I can see, so it is coming in this fashion. And one more thing, the two things is coming in this particular row. What I need to do here is, so I'll say the particular from the margin bottom, just give it me 3. Okay, so 3 size, and even from the margin top I want to give it 3 size. Okay, so 2 buttons, and one more is this one, right? So we have only the 2 buttons, but okay, the 3 is right. I am thinking like get request is something the new one. So now see, if I just click onto the button fetch data, you can say I'm getting the button is clicked. That means the particular function is getting run. So I'll just close this. I'll just zoom little bit. Whenever I click, you can see the button is clicked. I am getting these kind of things over here. So now what I need to do here is coming back to the index.js file. So we need to write the particular functions to it. So first, basically I need to initiate the particular XML request over here. So first I'll be saying like inst I initiate the XHR object. So first I need to define the particular XHR object. So I'll say const XHR is equal to, I'll say new XML HTML request here, XML HTTP request. So that's, I'm just taking a XML HTTP request over here. So in this particular request I can just run the Ajax programming. So now what I need to do here is I want to get some of the API keys. So let's see which of the API keys I can get it over here. So basically first I will be teaching you like how I can get the particular, I'll just create one ark.txt text. So inside something I'll be adding it. I'll sell my name, I'll just say here is my name is Anis, and I'll just tell I am programmer. Okay, so something I'll be hiding. So these 2 lines of text I'll be adding it. So let's load this particular text inside this particular index.js file. So what I'll say here is I'll just tell XHR, by using this XHR request I'll just use the open file. So what I'll say here, it is a get request. I'll say it should be a get request. Either you can put a put request, delete request, all those things. I'll say just open the ark.txt file, and it should be true. It should be readable mode as well as in the readable mode. I'm just making as a true as a third argument. So once it has been done, so what I'll do here is other one progressing, I'll just add one progress state over here. So we have the progress state over here. So that means we have the some of the progress state in XML. So if I just show you, so pro progress state in XML. Okay, so progress state in Ajax, I'll say progress state in Ajax. So once I run this particular query, so you can see, sorry, Ajax. So Ajax. So once I run this one, so you can see what is the progress, how to file jQuery HTML. Okay, so here a progress event. So if I just click onto this particular first link, the progress events in the XML request, a little bit then it is slow. So you can see here we have a number of states. So here I'll be showing you where it is. So I'll just click onto the on ready state change over here. So if I just come back to the on ready state, so here where it will be there. Okay, fine. Let's search for the on ready state over here. So I need to search for the on ready state change Ajax. So if I just search for here, so if I just tell the on ready states, so you can see it is just opening the same page over here. So server response over here, if I just click on to this one, so we'll be having the on ready states over. We have the some of the values will be defined for all the on ready states over here. I don't know why I'm not getting it. Let's see. You can see here Ajax response. Here you can see the on ready state. So you can see 0 means the request is not initialized, 1 means the server connected is established, and 2 is for the request received, and 3 is for process, and 4 is for request finished and response is ready. So once the response is ready, I'll be getting the ready state to 4 over here. So you know the status of the server 200 is for okay, and 403 for forbidden, and 404 is page not found. All this, the status codes of the websites over here. So coming back to the same, so it is like something like when I am just doing it, so I'll just tell here as a progress, something like process. Suppose like if you can see in the web pages, when I click onto some of the pages, the spinner will be coming like that. So until the process started, I want to run the particular spinners, that kind of code. At that time you can write such kind of spinners codes inside this particular process state over here. So what I'll say here is XHR dot on process. I'll say XHR dot on process. So I'll say XHR dot on process, sorry, progress is equal to function. So I want to run this particular function when the process is started. So I'll say something like CLG. I'll say process is started, process is going on. Okay, so I'll say process is going on in this particular xhr.onProgress function. So I'll just save this one. So once I save this one, so what I'll do here is next I need to apply the on ready state over here. So I'll say on state ready change. Okay, so now let's see the what is the status of it. So let's we get a API key, so we'll load the particular data and we'll print it. So let's see what I'll be doing here. So let's just tell shr dot I'll say on ready change. So I can say I'm getting on ready state change. So what it does here is it will just run the particular function. So I want to get the data from, right? So I'll just tell clog. So I'll just tell clog. So I'll say here ready 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 state is, so what are the ready state? I want to see what is the status code of it. I'll say from this xhr dot ready state. So I'll say xhr dot ready state. I want to print the particular what is the status. So now what I need to check here is if the particular ark.txt is present, then the status code will be what? Okay, the 200 will be the status code, else it won't be. So what I'll say here is xhr. Now I want to load the particular file. I'll say xhr.onload. I'll say xhr.onload. So in this onload, I'll say the function I want to run here is, so I want to run the version. I'll say if the particular this dot state, I'll say if the this dot state, so whatever the status code I'll be getting, right? So let's stat status, whatever the this dot status will, if the status is equal to 200, I need to make it triple equal to, if the status code is 200, that means it is okay. So what I need to do here is I want to just tell clg, I want to send the particular response. So I want to say what is the response, this dot response over here. I want to read the particular file data in this particular status. So then else, what is else, what I need to do, I want to say the particular clog. I'll say it is a error. I'll say error, file not found, file not found found. Okay, I'll just say something like this. So once all the things is done, so I'll just tell after running this particular file, so then I need to say I need to send it to the server back. I want to send the particular request back to the server. I'll just tell request dot xhr dot send. I'll just do it. So after sending it, I'll say clog, I'll say done everything. Okay, done everything. So I'll say done the everything over here. So once I'll just save like this. So now let's see whether the same things works or not. So what I did here is, once again I'll say first when I click the button, the event listener will happen and it will say something button is clicked. Then what I am saying here is the xhr, the new http request, I'm just initiating the xhr http request for it. So then what I'm doing is the process state will happen, like something process will get started. Then on ready state means I want to check the what is the ready state. If you want to check, you can easily find the ready state, what is the response of the particular ongoing process. Then I want to load the particular status, whether the status is 2200, that means if the file is getting found, I want to print the particular response of the file, whatever the things are there inside that. Else I want to say the error is not found. Then I want to finally send the particular request to it. So once coming back to here, so if I just come, you can see I am getting the, if I just run this, so you can see automatically the thing is getting here. So you can see then everything is getting printed first. That means this all things is happening inside my foreground. You can see, sorry, inside my background. So it is clicking the button is secondary, but whatever the thing is there, so I'll put everything inside this function. Okay, so what I'll do here is I'll just put everything, I'll just cut everything here, I'll put it, everything I'll just put in this particular function over here. So now see I don't have anything here, so just writing. Now see the particular console.log is printing first everything, it is just printing first, then it is not caring about anything now, because when I click onto the, even if you are before you saw, it is working asynchronously. That is what Ajax is, asynchronous program. It will happen in the background. First this will print, so whatever the next things are there. Now if I click onto the button, now see the button is clicked, the ready state is 2. What is mean by ready state is 2? So 2 is means request is received. That means request is received. Then the request ready state is 3. Then the process is also requesting. The process requesting is started. That means this particular process on progress function is started. Then after that it is printing this one. The process is going on. You can see after coming to the ready state 3, that means process request, whenever it's request the process, so then it is scrimping like progress is going on. I can say here as a progress is going on. So progress, see progress, progress, the progress is going on. So then if I just click it, first button is clicked, then the ready state is 2, that means the request is received, then the request state for progress is received, then I have defined a particular xhr on progress function, so it is just printing, let it be anything. So I have added just a clog, so you can see progress is going on. Then after that the process ready state is 4, because then when the ready state is 4 is means the request is finished and response is ready, then it got the response. That means the response, after getting the response, it is telling me my name is Anis, I am a programmer. It is going to the ark.txt file and it is reading the particular stuff. So this is what the things happens. So suppose if I say ark1.txt which is not there itself. Now see, if I try to click onto here, I'll be getting error. So it means like the progress state is also going on, process for ready state is, but I am getting error file not found. But it's because it is saying it is going to this particular else part, because it is not okay. So then I am getting this kind of response because it is not found. So this is how the Ajax will work for the XHR by using a XHR request methods and all those things. So next, coming back to one more thing. So if I'll just comment this one, I'll just tell comment out here. So here I'll just say architect. So but I want something like some data I want to get it from the particular request. So what I'll do here is I'll just go to the new tab. So I'll just see any of the stuff. If I just search for here, so API free, I'll just go to this particular link. So where the API is there, you can see from the financialmodeling.prepare.com, I have this kind of API. I have this much data in that particular API key. This is a free API key. Okay, so that is financial model from this one. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this API key. I'll just copy this particular API key. I'll just paste in this particular financial model. So this request I am directly giving it. Now see what will be the response. Now you can see if I try to click onto the button is clicked, you can see all the data from this particular API is getting access to this particular in the console. You can see all the data I am able to access it. Okay, all the data I am able to access from this particular API key by using Ajax programming, by using a XHR request. So this is how I can put a get. Even I can just get the data. Even you can use a put request if you want to submit some of the data. Even you can do that same things over here. So you can see this is what I wanted to show. So now what I need to do here is, inside my web page, if I just click onto the show data, I want to pull some of the data from this particular API and I want to show this particular data over here. I want to do that particular things now. So what I'll do here is I'll just come back to the index.html page. So I'll just remove the things here. So if I just try to click onto the show data, the ID should what happen? It should happen the pop-up button over here. Okay, so pop btn should happen. So what I'll do here is I'll just come back to the Ajax file. So after this one, let's leave it as it is. So let's do something. Where is it? In the function is there here. XHR.send function is completed. So fine, here I'll just write the particular code of it. I'll just tell let. So what is the file name? The particular button name is what? PopBTN. So I'll just copy this PopBTN. Come back to the Ajax here. So I'll just say whenever there is a PopBTNs happen is equal to, I want to get the particular document or get element by ID of what I want to get the PopBTN things over here. So what is it? PopBTN. So PopBTN. So I want to save this one. So then after getting this the particular data from the PopBTN, the particular I want to add the particular event listener to it. So I'll say PopBTN dot add event listener. I want to add the event listener of a click function. So whenever I click that one, I want to pop the particular handle. I'll say pop handler over here. So I'll just save this one. So once the pop handle I'll write a particular functions to it. I'll just tell function pop handler, handler handle. I need to write a function for it. So then I'll say const. I'll just tell const xhr. I'll say for the const xhr, I want to get what? New XML request. HTML request. XML HTTP request. I want to get this XML HTTP request. I'm starting a new request for it. So I'll just save it. So once it is been saved, so now I want to open this particular API key. So I'll say something like xhr.open. I want to just open the particular this one. So what I want to apply? I want to apply the particular get request. So next I want to get this particular API key. So whatever the things is there, I'll just want to get this particular API over here. So I'll say inside the double quotes, I'll just copy this one, and third one I'll just make it as true, because I want the things it should be get in the true form. So I'll just make it as a true over here. So next what I need to do here is, so after coming this one, I need to say once I just hxr open, I have just opened the particular request. So then I need to put a process state. So progress state is optional. Okay, you can just write it all or you can just leave it. So I'll just leave it as it is. So now I'll just load the particular data. I'll just tell xhr.load. So I'll just tell load load. So xhr.load load, onload the particular data over now. So here I'll just put this particular things inside the function over here. So this should be run one particular function. So that what is the particular function here is, I'll just check the particular status code. If the particular this dot status code, this dot status is equal to 200, the status code is fine. Then what I'll do here is I'll inject the particular data inside the HTML over here. So what I need to do first, I need to parse it. So I'll say let obj, the particular object is equal to, I want to just use the JSON, that is JavaScript object notation dot parse, which I have taught you, parse. So this one I need to parse by using this dot. So whatever the response is there, I want to parse it. After passing the particular response, so now what I need to do, if I just do the CLG, you can see if I say obj here, so the data will be getting passed over here. If I just come back to the where is it, the file has been closed. So I'll just tell here 127.5000, that is js26.html. so actually it is a js. So I'll just open this much, the server. So I'll say the folder is 24, so this is the folder. So I'll right click and inspect. So now see if I try to click on to the show data, so where is it, show data, so you can see the show data is not getting work. So if it is this is working, but the show data is not working, because why? So I am saying whenever I get this particular pop btn over here, so where is the pop btn is over here. So here I will say type is equal to submit here. Okay, I'll just say type is equal to submit. So type is equal to submit, submit. So the type should be submit, and the id should be pop btn. Coming back to here, pop btn, getting the document element by id. So at the event pop handler function should run this particular function, it should run whenever the status is 2000. So coming back to over here, so when I try to click on to the show data, so you can see I'm not getting anything. Why? So let me see what is the error. If I just refresh the page again, so if I just try to click on to the show data, so you can see it is the particular data is not getting worked over here. Why? So I'll just make the type is equal to submit. So I'll just save. So let me say how can done here. I'll just say whenever the button is clicked, I want to say CLG. Here I need to say sbro. Okay, something like sbro, I'll just say. So coming back, if I try to click, okay, I'm getting the form is getting submitted, but it is not getting because I have not sent the particular xhr.send. So until and unless I won't send, the data doesn't work over here. So that I need to do it now. So what I'll do first, let do it this xhr.send over here. So where is it? Here I'll just put the xhr.send. I'll just copy this one. So here after this function is starting over here, so you can see this is running over here. If I say the xhr.send function over here, so now if I try to click onto the show data, you can see the sbro is coming. You can see the data I am getting over here. So all the data I am getting in this particular format. You can see I am getting all the things in the form of a JSON. Okay, you can see the data whichever is there over here, that is I am getting in the form of array JSON format. So now I can access any of the things over here. So that things I'll just fetch it the things inside my particular browser now. So let's see how can be done that one. So coming back to over here, so if I just tell whenever this particular condition happens, now what I need to do, I want to fetch this particular data inside the here. I want to say where is it? You can see I have given the pop over here. So I said the pop over here. So let's remove the br tag. So wherever there is a pop id pop, I want to fetch the particular data inside over here. I'll just copy this pop id. Coming back to here, so I'll say when this happens, when this particular condition status code is 200 is okay, I'll say let pop is equal to document dot get element by id of pop. I want to get this particular pop button. So after getting this one, I'll say the particular string, make it empty starting. So then I'll just apply the particular for in loop over here. So I'll say for in. So I'll say for the particular key in for key in object. So whatever the key in object, whatever the key in object is there. So this says I need to put it inside the braces. I'll say for key in object, I'll say here I'll say whatever the str is there, make the append it these things to over here. So I'll just put the string literals here. I'll just put it in the li tags over here. I'll just tell li close the slash li. So I want to put something like this. So first what I need to give here is I want to get what are the things we have here. You can see if I just click onto the show data, I am having the things over here. If I just open this one, so have the particular changes, address, and number of things here. First I want to get the what is the company name over here. So I'll just come here, I'll just say I'll just use the dollar symbol here. So I'll say the what I want to get the particular company name. So this particular company name is coming how? So it is a obj from the object. I'll say from the object from the obj of this particular key. I want to get the particular key. What is the key name is over here is the particular key of the dot company name I need to give in this particular fashion. From this object dot key I want to get the company name like this. Okay, same as it is, I'll just control D. So control D, control D. So suppose I want to have this one, so I'll just remove this much, and even I'll just remove. Okay, I want to remove this also. I want to remove this object literal. I want to remove this much. I want to remove this much. I want to. So let's like this. So now you can see the particular thing is perfectly like this. So once it is done, so I want to put something extra, means you can just put it. It's your choice. I want to get the company name. Then I want to get what is the particular city name. So I'll just tell CIT by city over here. So object dot CIT by city. Then after the city, like if I get any information, more information which I am getting, so what is the particular description of the particular company I want to get. So I'll say the description I want to show it over here, and what is the phone number. So I want to copy the phone number, I want to just paste it over here. So I want to grab all these things from the particular API key which I am giving at the particular request, the get request API. So once the for loop is completed, so once the particular for loop is completed, what I need to do, I need to put everything inside the HTML. Now I'll say pop. So whichever I have the ID, I have pop the document.get element by ID, that is nothing but this particular ID. I want to insert the data over here. I'll say pop dot, so I'll just tell pop dot inner HTML. I'll just tell pop dot inner HTML is equal to whatever the str is there, just make it the particular inner dot HTML, just make it to that much. That's it. So once this particular things happen, I want to make this one. So you can see if condition is this much, so you can see it is if this happens that much, else what I need to do, else I'll say what I can say here is, I'll say again, I'll just grab the particular data over here. So I'll just copy the data, I'll just paste it. So again, I'll just grab the data, I'll just mail str is equal to not font. Okay, I'll just tell not font. So I'll just tell for not font, something like that. And whatever the thing is there, I'll just tell pop dot inner HTML is equal to str. I'll just pass this particular str over there. That's it. I'll be doing it. I'll just save this much. Coming back to over here, I'll just cancel the data. So now since if I just tell it to show the data, you can see the data will be grabbing, and you can see the data has been coming from this particular API key. You can see how the data is coming over here. The Apple company name is coming, and the particular stuff is coming over here, and the description is coming here, and the mobile number is coming like this. Okay, so if I right click and inspect it, even you can show the data over here. So coming back to over, you can see the array. So now if I try to click onto the fetch data, so where is it? So you can see it is not coming. So if I try to click onto the fetch get request, the get request, you can see in the terminal I can just see the data over here. All the complete data I can see it inside the terminal over here. So like this I can able to see the particular data. So I'll just come back to the index.html. I'll just remove the particular these two things. So because of the mobile view we don't care, so we'll see about the desktop view only. So I'm having like this. If I click onto the fetch data, you can see the data has been getting fetched, and the data, if I just click onto the show data, you can see all the data has been coming over like this. Okay, so this is how the Ajax programming works. You can get the particular data from by using get API keys, by using XHR request. The data we can directly easily pass. So actually it can happen in the background. Here I kept like when I click onto the button, then only it should happen. So because of that it is happening. Before in the starting itself I show you for this one. Now if you are not giving any button click the event listener, they automatically the XHR request starts, and it progress it will happen on ready states, everything will happen, and all the things will get loaded. If I say something like which is not data itself, it is not there here. If I say something EAA dot here, if the particular EAA is not there itself. So if I come back here, if I click onto the show data, you can see I'm getting 404 not found, because it is going to the else part, because there is no request, such kind of request over here. So like this. Okay, so again if I want to have, I'll just control D, I'll just control comment this one. If I want to get the data which is there inside the ark.txt file, so if I just copy the ark.txt file over here, I'll just copy the ark.txt file, and I need to do what? I need to just at the place of this I need to just say ark.txt file. If I just save it here, if I just click onto the show data, so I can see the particular data is not there, because I will be getting error, because the thing is only not here. You can see I'm getting error. The JSON.pass is anonymous. I cannot pass it. So for that you need to do what? You need to remove all this foreign loop, directly pass the particular obj, whatever, don't need of passing also, directly we need to pass, and we need to show at the str. Okay, so that I know you guys will be doing that one, so I'll just leave that particular task for you. So let's see for this one. So this is all how the XHR request will be working it in the using of the XHR over show data, means we can see all the data has been coming over here by using API keys. So you can just have a number of API keys. You can just use of any API keys, and if it has the particular like some CORS configuration will be not enabled in the some of the API keys. You need to see which is the API keys for free. You can just put it over here, the API which is having some of the dummy data. You can just show up over here. Okay, so this is all how the Ajax works, and asynchronous programming works over here. Okay, so you can see first the things which will perform, this is all the things will perform asynchronously, but here I have said when I click then only it perform, or else don't perform. Because of that thing it is performing like this, else it will be all the things will happen in the background, and whatever the next code is returned, that will be happening in the foreground. So it is what all about this conclusion of this Ajax programming over here. Okay, I hope you guys understood and liked this particular Ajax programming video. If you like this, share with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.